CSL is short, of course, for the Center for Spiritual Living, which is our spiritual home. We're here today streaming on the internet. We're live and in person. We're all over the place. Um, Thank you for being here today. Our ministers are on vacation. This is actually our last week of guest speakers, and of course we always save the best for last. We have Tessa Greenspan today. She is a fabulous St. Louis legend. And of course our music, none other than Kiki and Bob. You need to pick up their CD because opening up to the good keeps me going in the mornings when it's those mornings that you're just like, I just go back to bed. But put that CD on and it will get you going. Good stuff. Our vision here at CSL is to inspire, awaken, and transform lives. And let me tell you, that is the truth. And because I have the mic, I can do whatever I want. I'm going to tell you a quick little story about how changing my thinking changed my life, and how CSL and the idea of creating a world around you that is positive and focusing on what's good and not labeling every bad thing that happens as the end of the world. It's a whole new way of thinking. So we just welcome you, welcome everyone. And now let's get down to some announcements. Okay. So, Playing in the Matrix Part 2. Reverend Larry is teaching a class. Sunday, March 27th. The continuation of the intuitive healing work takes you deeper into the matrix. Explore your true spiritual powers in this 3-hour workshop. Starts with a short review of the basic workshop before exploring the deeper exercises. Only $50. So if you've never taken a class with Reverend Larry, this is a perfect opportunity to dip your toe in and see what fun that can be. More copies of Larry's new book have arrived. You might already know Larry is all about intuition. So, of course, his book, appropriately entitled Intuit, get them while you can. There are just 29 copies in the bookstore for sale, so get one now. Let's support each other. And to take a glance further into spring, beginning Wednesday, April 6th, for 7 weeks, Reverend Mary Jean will teach a new accredited class called Revealing Wholeness. We could all use that to recognize our wholeness and be reminded on a daily basis. Also, an all-gender weekend intensive workshop with Reverend Mary Jean and Reverend Lizette, The Call to Greatness, Friday evening, April 22nd through Sunday, April 24th. Okay, is anybody here for the first time? We have any first-timer? Awesome, we have a gift for you. You just fill out your little email and take it into the bookstore, which is right around this corner, and they'll give you a thumb drive of some talks from here at the center. So now I would like to get myself organized so I can introduce to you the great How about an opening prayer first? The greatest idea ever. Tom Moore, please. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the help.
All right. Thanks, Michelle. I'm still wearing a mask because it's St. Patty's Day, and I have a St. Patty's Day mask. It's not St. Patty's Day yet. I want to kind of go along with that whole theme of changing your thinking and things get better. I was involved in a pretty serious crash on 270 2 weeks ago. Nobody hurt at all, and it was a pretty bad smash up and totaled my car. And now I just bought on Friday my replacement car that has 10,000 fewer miles on it and looks really sharp, a lot better than the other one. And for those of you tempted to think that there's just nobody good left out in the world, the one thing that I lost out of the whole thing was my shoulder pouch that had my iPhone charger, my checkbook, my passwords to my computer systems, and my lower partial. That disappeared, gone. I got a call a couple of days ago. We've got this stuff that showed up in the lady's car that hit you, and turns out it was all that same stuff. And they returned it to me. So It's a good world. There are good people out there, and they didn't have to do that. So I want to pray about accepting the good in the world, because it's there. So let's go. I know right now that there is only God, and so that means there is only good. And I know that good thoughts always overcome the bad, the negative, the stuff that we somehow find clinging to us that doesn't serve us anymore. By turning our minds to the good, we open the door to that good. And right now, on behalf of everyone here, I open that door and let in the good. Recognize that it's there because we are divine, having come from that one source, that one power, that one love, that one life, which is our life right now. It is the one mind, and that is the mind that we are using right now to accept that good and say it is here right now for each one of us. We accept it, we claim it. In fact, we demand it. And because that good is here and always already here, I say thank you. I am grateful. Because life is good all the time. And in that gratitude, I just let these words go, knowing that there is a law that says yes to our highest and best thoughts. And knowing this is true, knowing we've said our word and made our claim, I just let it go, let it be so right now, and know it is done in that one power right now. And so let's all say together, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Tom, for that amazing prayer. Now it's time to introduce the musicians. Bob Baker and Pookie Lee, put your hands together. Woo!
Make some noise, people.
Hey,
Yay!
hey! Wow, so amazing to be here with all of you. Yep, we've had a journey these last couple of years, right? But can you feel it's like something's happening, right? Spring is here, new growth, we're emerging. Which one are we doing? Oh, yeah, so this is perfect. Perfect what Tom was just sharing, like just so much gratitude, right? How much gratitude can you have for where you are in your life right now? Just think of all the things to be grateful for. Right?
The weather getting warmer in the weeks ahead.
Like you're here. Yeah.
Am I coming through?
My heart is full of gratitude, flowing deep inside. My heart is full of gratitude, flowing deep inside. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life.
With every breath and step I take, I'm blessed to be alive. With every breath and step I take, I'm blessed to be alive.
I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. I am so grateful, I am so grateful, I am so grateful now. I am so grateful, I am so grateful, I am so grateful now. I am so grateful, I am so grateful, I am so grateful now. I many ways. I know how loved I am. Throughout each day, in so many ways, I know how loved I am. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life.
My heart is full of gratitude, flowing deep inside. My heart is full of gratitude, flowing deep inside.
I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. 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 Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you all here today. I love that song, and it so captures the essence of this woman, Tessa Greenspan. Have you ever met anybody who is a 100% inspiration? If not, probably a Tessa friend. If not, you will meet her today. Oh, Debbie Jessendale. Well, some might say that her early days were not that of fairy tale material. Correct? Fortunately for Tessa, her mother had a dogged determination to survive against all odds. And fortunately for us, she handed the baton to Tessa. Tessa is a lighthouse. How I met Tessa harks back to Gateway to Dreams. Karen Hoffman, remember? Amy Lemire last weekend. Through an organization called ESPW, which was the inspiration to Gateway to Being, Gateway to Dreams becoming. And ESPW it stands for Encouraging, Supporting, and Promoting Women, which is truly the essence of the women who were attracted to this organization and the essence of Tessa Greenspan. And I met Tessa on my most memorable memory is meeting her in a multi-weekend goddess retreat. And that's where I saw her huge heart and fervor for helping others. And I want to read you something that is on the back of Tessa's book called From the Outhouse to the Penthouse. She says, I live life full out. My purpose is to live a life of significance and leave a legacy of inspiration. Life, I've discovered, is what you choose to make it. I'm making mine a good one, filled with happiness, smiles, and love. I begin each day with a grateful heart, and I have much to be grateful for. As do I, with Tessa inspiring us, and I am honored to be able to introduce you to her, because when Tessa enters a room, she brings calm, she brings positivity and hope, qualities that we need a lot more of in today, and truly a gratitude for life. So, if you would be so kind as to help me welcome the lighthouse and the powerhouse, Tessa Greenspan.
That was sweet. That was really sweet. And you're right, though, about this, is that I am grateful. And the song was perfect. Thank you so much. Grateful and gratitude is really the way for all of us. My opinion, I believe that it is so important every single day to say thank you. It is so good to be here today. This month's joy is what is called joy, and it means a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. How do we get to that point? I will share with you how I got to this point. I was blessed to have a role model, my mother. And in order to help you understand, I would like to share with you her life and her beginning. It's all in the beginning of where we are formed. My mother was one of 7 children born in the back hills of Arkansas. Her father was a sharecropper in a cotton plantation. Her mother died when she was 5 years old. There were 2 other children younger than her. She was 5. Her father married right away to a woman who had 3 children. So I'd like you to just close your eyes and think about this. Imagine a shack in the back hills of Arkansas with a hard dirt floor, no electricity, no running water, and an outhouse out back. That was where my mother was born. You know, each fall, when all of the crops were in, the family would go into pile into the wagon and go to this clearing and meet other farmers the crops that came in, and so everybody was going to celebrate with a picnic. And so everyone looked forward to this all year. The year my mother was 14 was the year I'm going to talk about. They all went, and she met this really cute guy. And they were walking and talking, and they walked a long way. He pulled her in the woods and attacked her. He put his hand over her mouth, and said, "If you tell anyone, I'm going to come and kill your family." She was traumatized. She was afraid to tell anyone what had happened. She didn't even tell herself. But when she was about 6 months along, her stepmother saw that she was pregnant, and she wanted her to have an abortion by this old backcountry doctor. And she refused. This was a 14-year-old girl who had no one to talk to, no one to comfort, and no one to turn to at all. To refuse was another thing that was not in the habit of her doing. They did not want another mouth to feed, so they found a man for her to marry 2 days before the baby was born. I am that baby that was born in this shack with a hard dirt floor, no electricity, and no running water. She got married to this man, and then she had another little girl by him 2 years later. Now, he worked, but he drank. And so she was at her wit's end. She had to pick cotton, pull these 50-pound sacks of cotton through the hot sun, earning money to put food on the table. But she did it. Now, this is a woman who had an 8th grade education. She came up with the idea that she was going to write to the draft. And she did. She wrote a letter to the draft board, and she said, "My husband works, and he takes all of my cotton picking money. He drinks, and he needs to be drafted." He was drafted in 3 months. You couldn't do that. You could not do that in today's age. I mean, there's too many electronics, but it was really something. Now, think about that. If you only have an 8th grade education and you write to the draft board, you know, who would have the nerve to do it, first of all? But she had a wisdom and actually a faith that was so amazing that it was really a joy all of my life. Well, he went into the service, and we moved to East St. Louis, Illinois. And she went to work as a waitress. And each story that I'm telling you about, each segment, there's something really massive to learn from it. I think that it can inspire to know that one person can do this with no help whatsoever. When I was about 4 and a half, we were visiting my grandparents at Christmas, and the person that I thought was my daddy came in, and he was in his army uniform. He brought my sister a doll and a pearl necklace, picked her up, and held her on his lap. Didn't even look at me. It was like I didn't exist. I went into the kitchen and I thought, what's wrong with me? That my daddy didn't even look at me. And an aunt said to me, honey, don't you worry. That's not your daddy anyway. How do you process that when you're 4 and a half? But this was the moment that changed my life. I decided at that moment that I was going to be so strong, so cute, so successful that no one could ever ignore me again. And I set about that way from a very young girl. It was really to prove my worth, that I am good enough. It doesn't matter who my daddy is. There were a lot of overcomings in our life, but again, I wrote the book to honor my mother because what she went through was absolutely amazing. When her husband got out of the army, he came by and said he wanted a divorce. He didn't want children to raise. So here she is again by herself on her own, working as a waitress. When I was 5, we were visiting my grandparents again. And by the way, they lived in the city now. They didn't live in the country anymore. And we were visiting, my sister and I were visiting, and my grandfather got a call in the middle of the night, and I heard it. Yeah, he said that my mother was in a wreck. Her friend was driving her to come and get us, and they were going 70 miles an hour, and he hit a concrete wall by a bridge, crushed her. She had to be cut out of the car. They didn't even think she was going to live. Every bone in her pelvis and her legs were broken. She was in the hospital. She was 20 years old now. She was in the hospital for 13 months. After 12 months, gangrene set in her left leg. The psychiatrist came in to prepare her that they had to amputate her leg. And she said, do what you have to do. I have to get out of here. I have 2 little girls to raise. So she got out of the hospital. She had 2 kids, 1 leg, and no money. We were on welfare in East St. Louis, Illinois, in the Gompers. She didn't want to be on welfare, though. She found a government program that taught people with disabilities how to have a new profession. She went to school on a bus, on crutches, for over a year, learning how to be a secretary in an office. This is the story I'd like to really share with everyone, to know that nothing is impossible. If you make a decision that you're going to do something, by the grace of God, just determination, you can do it. But it's us making a choice. You know, when I asked my mother never felt sorry for herself. She was always singing gospel songs, and it was really to soothe herself, I think, but it was always upbeat and happy. And anything that happened, it was always, let's find out what's good about that. When I asked her who my daddy was, she said, you are God's own child by birth. Highest honor on this earth. That was something. I mean, the way and the reason I have turned out is because of my mother. And I think it's really important to honor her. She was an amazing role model. And the songs she sang were gospel songs. But the other song was I Choose Joy. I choose joy. No one can ever get me down. I choose joy. And that was really her motto in life. Gratitude, joy, and love are the combo for living a joyful life. Being grateful. I love that you started that song. Being grateful is really one of the most important things that you can do or have. I grew up, got married, had 2 children. And in 1981, I was looking for another business. My husband and I had a small business and he sold it. And so I was looking for another business that I could do. So I went to some friends in Illinois who had a chain of stores, and I asked them if they would like to partner with me in a small store. And they said yes. So our agreement was that they were going to run the store because I didn't have as much experience as they did. Now, I take full responsibility for what happened because I was not paying attention. And that's one of the things that I encourage everyone, is to pay attention. If you have a business, don't let anybody else see everything that you don't see. October 30th, 1986, the partners wanted a meeting. They handed me the keys and said that they were declaring bankruptcy. I was in shock. It was just something that I had not seen coming at all. And again, I was not paying attention, so this was a wake-up call. When I got into the books more, I saw that they had siphoned a tremendous amount of money. I was left with debt of $1 million in today's money. I decided that I was going to give it my all, and either it was going to kill me or I was going to die trying. And I eventually was able to turn it around and pay off all the debt. Now, another of the important lessons here is it's important to forgive. It was important for me to forgive these partners because it was eating me up first of all. And I don't feel that I could have been as successful as I was if I had not forgiven them. And unforgiveness is like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die. It doesn't hurt them, it hurts us. So I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. It really is so important to reflect on the things that happen and to learn from them and to grow from them. I've spent a great deal of my life encouraging people, and therefore it encouraged me. Again, by the grace of God and a lot of prayer in a long time, I was able to pay off the entire debt, and I was able to have a business that had sales of $10 million when I sold the store. So again, it's gratefulness, it's being thankful, it's having a faith, and it is growing. And I am so grateful for that. As I had mentioned, that I've spent my life encouraging people and showing them about gratitude and how if we are thankful and grateful, then we can make a difference in ourselves and in other people's lives. I would like to share with you now something that tested my faith, and that was last year. My daughter and I were in Florida, and I was coming down some steps, and there was dark brick, and I didn't see that there was a step. I fell so hard it was like falling off of a roof because it was unexpected. I broke my hip. It gave me AFib so bad that they couldn't control it. They couldn't operate for nearly 2 days, and no pain medicine because they couldn't give it to me to try to control the AFib. Blood pooled around my heart. And then I had a torn rotator cuff. And I'm still in rehab. But I'm grateful. And so I was 6 weeks in a rehab hospital. And I thought, well, I can take this advice that I've given to everyone. I can be a victim or a victor. I can lay here and feel sorry for myself, but what am I going to do? So I decided that I was going to think and say all of the people in my life that I've touched, that have touched my life, and all of the things that I have to be grateful for. So I did this for 6 weeks, every night, all night, and it really helped me. And one of the things I want to say, and there's someone here, many people sent me cards. Actually, I had a whole wall of cards, which that reinforced how I felt. Of what I can do for people who are ill, and that is send a card. It's a little thing, but it means a lot for those people who are in a hospital or have been injured in some way. And so I did that, and it really helped. And then when I got out of the hospital, I had to have an ablation, which stops your AFib from happening. And so had that, and then came back to St. Louis. So it was a long, long time. I was 6 weeks in Florida and wasn't planning on that long at all. But it wasn't a bad place to be stuck. I'm extremely grateful for my unwavering faith through that time. It tested me, and I thought, if I encourage every single person to be grateful and thankful, then I must be also. And it wasn't really a deep thought, because I knew that was the way for me to be able to overcome all of this. And I am so extremely grateful that I am upright and can walk. It's so important to have a daily thing, my opinion, and I have done this for many, many years. Every single morning, before I even start, no phone, no nothing until I start. And I wanted to share this because it could help. And there's some things here in the bookstore that you can get. What I say, and it's a CSL thing, I surrender to the power and presence of the divine intelligence within me. I then say, I'm opening my heart to receive wisdom, guidance, and direction for my path this day. I then read my 365, a passage in this, and this is in the bookstore. This is, bar none, one of the best books that I have ever written. It's a daily, 365 Days to a Richer Living. It's really, really powerful. And then I write in my journal all of the things that I have to be thankful and grateful for. And there is so much. If we each look around us, just that the sun's shining, and it's a little warmer today than it was yesterday. There are so many things. If all you did every single day was say thank you, finding the different things that you can be thankful and grateful for, it will change your life. It really will. I mean, it certainly has changed mine in so many ways. I write in my journal, as I say, and then I read that to myself. And it's so important to write, not type, because writing, there's something that goes to your brain. And I have spent years studying the brain and what makes us all tick, because I always wanted to know what made me tick. Then I write the things, at least 10, that I'm grateful for. And I would encourage every single person to do this, morning and night. And if you don't write it at night, just say it to yourself before you go to sleep, because it really helps. And that goes through your mind at nighttime also. It really helps. I would really encourage you all to do this. Would also like to encourage everyone to set your alarms for 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. every day to pray for Ukraine and the people there, and to also pray for all of the people in the United States, because we've been going through a really rough time. So it's a little thing that just takes you a few minutes, and together, all of us, this is a worldwide movement to do this, that's doing this. It really will make a difference. A little thing that we can do to make a big difference. I have a gift for you all. It's a bookmark with my favorite saying on it. It's called Promise Yourself, that everyone's going to give out. And so I really appreciate this. And I thank you all for being here. And may you be blessed beyond measure.
Thank you, Tessa. Thank you. You know, when I was listening to Tessa's talk and her story, I was reminded of something personal. She was talking about gratitude and how you get to a place where you go from the outhouse to the penthouse. And what that change takes is some really small steps. When I came to CSL for the first few times, Tessa was one of the very first people to speak to me. She asked me, we used to have lunch before COVID. Every week we would have lunch over here in our Scott Hall area. And she said, will you come eat lunch with me and talk to me? And I kind of told her where I was, that I was feeling a lot of depression and feeling very down and out. And she said, you know what, you should try this book. And the book is called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Now, this is exactly what she was talking about. It's a 30-day exercise. You read a page a day for 30 days. That's all it is. And every day is a new gratitude exercise. I'll tell you what, that moved me out of feeling sorry. You cannot be sad and depressed and feel gratitude at the same time. They can't exist together. So for me to have that book, and that was my stepping stone from being in the pit of despair to start climbing out and seeing the day of light. Change your thinking, change your life. So I just wanted to add that. I want, Tom's going to come up and do our offering for us, and I just want to thank Tessa again. And if you're out there and you're feeling that depression, you're feeling that sadness, and you just want a hand, I'm telling you, the daily gratitude exercises are miraculous. Thank you for the reminder, Tessa.
Thanks, Michelle. So here we are, gathering our good. And this is our opportunity to put that gratitude into action and place our gifts in these plates. The way I look at it is, this is just another room of my house, and I got to keep up my house, so why don't we maintain this one, this room? And so with that sense of gratitude, that participation and complete immersion in the flow of good, we give our gifts knowing we are blessed and knowing that they come back to us multiplied and running over. It's good, it's all good, and we are glad and grateful, and so it is. Amen.
Hello, there we go. It's a programming note. There's going to be a couple of songs here before we move on. So it was pointed out to me, that I knew that St. Patrick's Day was coming up on Thursday, and a lot of you are wearing green. I didn't even think about it. Somebody said, are you going to be doing any Irish songs? No, we didn't have anything prepared. So while I was sitting here, I thought the next best thing that I could do is write a limerick. So if you're okay with this is what I came up with. There's a Center for Spiritual Living. Here we express our thanksgiving. If you're feeling down or wearing a frown, just come here and it will be thrilling. You like that? So there you go. There's my little contribution to the the Irish sentiment. Now, Tessa, I know you probably haven't been here for a while, and thank God, yeah, you recovered. That was an awesome. I'm so glad to see you upright and moving. And that's just that's an amazing story of perseverance. But you've been coming here long enough. You know what I do after the main talks, do you not? You know about this doo-wop thing. I've been doing this. If you're new here, or you haven't been here in a while, every time we perform, I just take a lot of notes during the talk, and then I come up here and summarize it in the form of a doo-wop song. And I did my best to to honor you here. Come up here. I love CSL. I'm a really big fan. Today we were blessed by Tessa Greenspan. I learned to treat women well. Don't let them feel shafted. 'Cause if you treat someone wrong, you might get drafted, 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 might get drafted. See, I pay attention. That was hilarious. Tessa's mom was amazing. She lived her life fluid. She taught when you are determined, you can do it. Life can seem like the Wild West, and you're a cowboy. But like Tessa's mom says, I choose joy, 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 I choose joy. Just one more short line here. When life gets you down with a bad attitude, take Tessa's advice and focus on gratitude, 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 gratitude. Awesome. Happy to do that for you, Tessa. Yeah. Thank God for the drafted thing. That was hilarious. Okay. So I'm going to bring Pookie back up now. This is a brand new original song I think you are going to love. This has been in the works for a while. And the only place we debuted it was on YouTube.
That's right.
So you've never
Yeah.
heard this one.
Okay, help me out here. There we go.
Maybe I should get some lyrics out.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
It's
just
so
in case,
new.
just in case. Okay, so you know how you have those moments in your life where someone says something to you and it changes everything? The book, it changes everything. Well, I had that moment in my life, and it was June the 1st, 2008. And it changed everything. I had gone to Agape for the very first time to meet the known Michael Bernard Beckwith, Reverend Michael. And this was his message. And I heard that message, and it changed everything for me. Wow. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for this. Those words, so your words are powerful. Your words are powerful. Oh, these people all my life been telling me I ain't right, that I'm no good and I'm broken. There's no hope for me. For years I believed them. I thought it was true, but now I know better. And I got some news for you. Don't need no fixing, 'cause I ain't broken. You see, there's nothing wrong with me. I was born perfect. You know I'm perfect, expressing all my divinity. I'm finally free. Oh, I'm free to be me. Yeah, I did believe that. I'm telling you. I was walking through my life, these voices loud in my mind. I felt lonely and defeated. I couldn't see my own light out of the darkness. There came a voice in the night saying you are perfect, and now's your time to shine. Oh, don't need no fixing, 'cause I ain't broken. You see, there's nothing wrong with me. I was born perfect, you know I'm perfect, expressing all my divinity. I'm finally free. I'm free to be me. I'm alright already. Don't need no fixing. I'm alright already. 'Cause I ain't broken. No. I'm alright already. Don't need no fixing. I'm alright already. 'Cause I ain't broken. No. I ain't broken. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I was just listening to some like crazy thinking somebody was saying. But you know what? I heard the truth of who I am. I'm perfect. I'm divine. I am worthy of love. Just as I am. There's nothing wrong with me. Nothing. And there's nothing wrong with you either. So if you've had those voices in your life telling you you ain't right, something's wrong with you, that's a lie. It's not true. Because who you are is magnificent, divine, powerful, fabulous, wonderful, incredible, inspiring, wise. That's who you are. Know those people all my life tried to tell me I wasn't right. I was broken, and I'm no good, what? And there's no hope for me, what? For years, I believed them. I thought it was true, but now I know better. Baby, I got some news for you. No, don't need no fixing, 'cause I ain't broken. You see, there's nothing wrong with me. I was born perfect, you know I'm perfect, expressing all my divinity. I'm finally free. Whoa, I'm free to be me. Yeah, I'm free. Ooh, I'm free to be me. Don't need no fixing, 'cause I ain't broken.
Pookie Lee, original song.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Wow, that was spectacular. We're going to have Tom and Sherry come on up. Sherry Lease on the bowls here. And Tom's going to do a little closing prayer for us.
Thanks, Michelle. Yes. Today is all about gratitude. We used to sing a song here, I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. Sometimes that's hard to hear, but that's where it starts. Loving ourselves. Not because we're fancy and sparkly, but because we are who we are, a creation of the universe, deserving love. And starting with ourselves, we love and spread that love. And I express for everyone here our gratitude for this place, this center for spiritual living, that gives us that message, that brings in messages like we've heard today. We are good. We deserve to be loved, each one of us. And so in gratitude for that gift, I just say along with everyone here, so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Closing song time?
Closing song
All right,
time.
let's get up and a little energy. This is a call and response, so if you're able to, encourage you to get up and groove with us. Oops, let me turn my guitar up here. So this is a call and response. I'm going to sing a line, and you're going to sing it back to me, and then we're going to kind of mix it up here. We got a few minutes left, so no one's in a hurry to rush out the door. So the words are capable, powerful, wonderful, and strong. We're going to start with some I am statements. Sing it right back to me. 1, 2, 3. I am capable. I am capable. I am powerful. I am wonderful. I am strong. Again, I am capable. I am powerful. I am wonderful. I am strong. All right, now we're going to do something that might make some of you feel uncomfortable, but get over it. I want you to either pair up with someone or get into a little cluster. We're going to do some you are versions of this. You're going to be singing it to a partner. Make it real easy. Here we go. You are capable. You are powerful. You are wonderful. You are strong. You are capable. You are powerful. You are wonderful. You are strong. Great job, great job. So now we're going to do a we version of that. So we're going to refer to ourselves as a community. Here we go. We are capable. We are powerful. We are wonderful. We are strong. Again, we are capable. We are powerful. We are wonderful. We are strong. And to finish this up, we're going to go back to the I versions, but we're going to run them all together. So it's not call and response, it's all call. We're all singing together at the same time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I am capable. I am powerful. I am wonderful. I am strong. I am capable. I am powerful. I am wonderful. I am strong. I am capable. I am powerful. I am wonderful. I am strong. Last time. I am capable. I am powerful. I am wonderful. I am strong. Give yourselves a round of applause. Happy Sunday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Soon, welcome to spring.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We're going to do a little closing affirmation. It's up here on the screen. So I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to say it, and then we'll all repeat it together.
This is a good one, too.
So it's, I am having fun with the divine. Ready? I am having fun with the divine. Everybody, take all this love into your life, into this next week. Give it out, multiply it. Enjoy this service and all the people here. Use this as a resource. This is a place of love and acceptance and healing. We appreciate you.